Welcome back to another episode of Football Manager. It is the start of the brand new season. Well, we're already one game in, right? Thank you guys for the support on the last episode. I appreciate it a lot. If you guys want to come check this out whilst I'm streaming, twitch.tv/Nepenthez. We stream most of it live, or we record most of it. It's only very rarely do we play some of it off stream. We are at the start of the new season. Lots has changed. We have got a lot of catching up to do. The first thing I want to show you guys is I actually won my first game in the division. We beat Filed. I don't know how to say their name, man. Whatever, bros. We beat Filed. We beat them 2-1. And the goals were scored by Efete in the 45th minute and 2. And Whitaker getting his first goal, 90 plus 3. Now, when we look at the Vanarama National League and we go to the season preview, we were coming in at 16-1 initially. So it was actually around like 15th here. But I'm not surprised that our team is ranked quite highly. I am surprised that we're not ranked a little bit higher because I feel like we've put in some really good players. You know, I genuinely feel like we have. Which is obviously very, very good. I don't know if it shows you it like the top scorer. Whitaker was widely regarded to get the second highest scoring in the league. There was one striker that was above him. I don't know if you can check that again. And then the best players in the league, Whitaker was there as well. Like they expect him to be the best player in the league. He's obviously just like something special, as we knew. On the note of Whitaker, we have signed him to a much longer contract. So it expires in 11 months, but he's already signed another deal. Another deal from when this one expires for an extra 2 years. So we've locked him down now for 3 more years guaranteed. And he's only going up to £700 per week at the end of this season as well, which is banging. I think for him, that is a massive, massive addition. Since we got promoted into the Vanarama National, we can now offer 2, 3, and 4 year contracts, which is brilliant for the superstar players. It's very, very nice. We've had a lot of changes in personnel, but I just want to go and have give you guys a little showcase of the club's history and show you what we did. So in terms of the overview, we obviously won the league by quite some distance. You know, won the league there in number 1. We've now got an honour in our name. In club background, obviously, we've only just started the club. For competitions, Vanarama National League South, 3rd place, 2021 as an honour, 2022 there, and then domestic leagues, there you go. We finished with 97 points, which is brilliant. Obviously, we did the end of the season, you guys knew that, but we finished 10th, then 3rd, then 1st, so progression every season, which is fantastic. In terms of players, so records, we got most points in the season, 97. Fewest points was 64, of course. League wins, blah, blah, blah. We don't really care about this sort of stuff. We more care about the players. So here you go. Tyrell Whitaker last season finished on 50 goals. He did not, sadly, break the record for the most goals in a Vanarama South season. He got 41 and the record was 44. He also only equaled the player of the month player of the match, in a season at 12. That final game, he could have broke both those records. Sadly not the case, but he scored 50 goals for us last season, which I think is pretty damn spectacular. Most league appearances is from Booty, who now... Oh, he's still at the club. I think he's leaving. I'll go through him in a second. Most league goals by a player, Tyrell Whitaker. Higher average rating, Whitaker. Youngest player still Johnson. Oldest player still Cargbo from the first season. He's now retired. Fastest goals from Luke Hurst, 30 seconds. He has sadly gone. He can't find a club. I tried, like, he was just annoyed at the club depth. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like improving the club depth. And then he was like, he just literally wouldn't sign a contract. And if I try and sign him now, he just doesn't want it. But do you know what? I don't want him anyway. Most goals by a player is 4 from Tyrell Whitaker, and in the league the same. Most assists is obviously 26 from Joe Hanks. Most clean sheets is 25 from Grashek. He now sadly is gone. He's gone to Witsu Lodz. He was far too good for our team, and so we might suffer a little bit because of our goalkeeper this year. Youngest goal scorer is Tommy Say, who also has now left. Oh no, he's still here. Man, has he got? He's on. Oh, he must have rejected the contract of. I'll show you the transfer section. He must have rejected the contract of the team that came into him. That's really nice. I was actually happy to let him go, but and then the oldest goal scorer was Joe Jacobson, who has now retired. Most wins in a row is 5. Most matches without losing is 20. Most matches lost in a row is 4. Most matches without winning is only 6. That's not too bad. Most matches without scoring is 2. Most matches without conceding is 5. So those are the records for the player records. Really, really nice. Let us have a look at the transfers. So this is me trying to get some players right now, trying to do a few bits here and there. We're trying to get Lawless from Reading. Hopefully he signs. It says there, see how it says like inquiry? It won't let me. If I go transfer, withdraw transfer offer, it never removes. I want to sign him on loan, and I don't know if it's bugged or what, but it just won't happen. So in terms of transfers out, so all of them have actually, there's nothing going in a transfer out now. So if we look at our transfer history, our transfers out was Charlie Owens to Linfield. He was a pretty good player for us last season, and apparently, according to this, he's better than the 2 centre mids that we have right now. He just wanted an obscene amount of money to stay. I think it was like £800 a week to stay. I can't be paying someone like this that kind of money. He's not that great. He's got some well-rounded stats, but our ideology, our thoughts and processes have changed. So I was happy to let him go. And then Grashek also went. Of course, that is it. Like those were the 2 transfers out. But in terms of released players, Joe Jacobson has gone. Luke Hurst has gone. Agbonto Homer has gone as well. He's just another player that was just, he was all right. He just wasn't it. You know what I mean? And I've got now some sensational centre-backs, let me tell you. We lost James Matthews, another defender. And again, he's actually brilliant. He's a free agent now too. He just wanted way too much money. I couldn't keep him on. His natural fitness, his jumping reach, his strength is great. You know, his concentration, decisions, and determination are great. Like, he would still be a good player to have back in the club. He just doesn't want to come. Like, he wanted way too much money. Couldn't be bothered to give it to him. Connor Curran Brown has gone. Good physicals and good crossing and corners. I believe he left on a maybe this was a mistake from me and something new for me to know about going forwards. But he was happy to re-sign on a non-contract. So I'm like, hey, he's on at the time he was on like whatever, 275 or 325 a week. He's happy to sign on a non-contract with a £200 playing clause. That's a win for me. That's a dub. So I did it. And then Peterborough came in and offered for him, and he left. So got burnt by that. You can't win them all. And then James Brighton as well, the left back. He was shocking. He was literally signed as none other than a much needed backup to the team, and that's exactly what he was. So he was released too. But when we look at the players in, what do we have? It's just free transfers, really, isn't it? So we got in Darren Roy from Chelsea. Now, this guy, one of our new centre-backs, 18 years old, unbelievable stats, needs a bit of determination, needs to be tutored, but phenomenal. £275 a week, great tackling, great positioning, bravery and aggression are brilliant, strength and pace are brilliant, and he's 18. He's got years and years of coming through to be, by the time he's 22, 23, he'll be much, much better. He's got potential to be in our team for a few years. But in terms of like the actual league itself, current ability, very good rating for the senior team. I think in general, he's good enough for the league. So Darren Roy was the first one in. Sam Aguis came in as well, our new goalkeeper. His positioning, horrendous. I know you guys tell me positioning is a really important stat in this game. Now, we do also have Josh Barnes, also that we signed. His positioning is 11. He is our first choice goalkeeper. He's got much better well-rounded stats. He's not quite as good as Grashek, but we would struggle to get another goalkeeper as good as Grashek. It was tough. So Sam Aguis is pretty good, but with bad positioning. And then Josh Barnes is very well-rounded, but not exceptional in any regard. We also signed David McMenamin, so another defender, but a player that can play anywhere. And I signed him again mostly because of the physicals. You know, what I really focused on this season, what I focused on last season that worked so well that I want to focus on again this season is high physicals and then good key stats outside of that. And if somebody has exceptional key stats too, brilliant. But this is another guy, 18 years old, absolutely brilliant, very good physicals, tackling is good, his determination is very good, his leadership is very good, his heading is decent. He's a quality player. And of course, he can play left back and right back too as a backup. He's not going to play left back or right back, but if we need him, he's got the capabilities to play there. So it's very, very nice. We then got Will Wright, one of the absolute star players. He's going to be playing CDM for us, I believe, not right back and not centre back. He's got great penalty taking, good free kick taking. His physicals are really well rounded, and then he's just generally really well rounded. He is 25, so not much growth available for him, and he's on £875 per week. And I kind of wish I didn't offer him that, which we'll get to in a second. But he's into the team. Jim Kellerman into the team as well, another centre mid. And again, another really well-rounded centre mid. 27 years old for Kellerman, valued at 55k. If we can get a sale on him, he's here till 2024. If we can get a sale on him for 30 or 40k, mid-season or whatever, that'd be quite nice. But yeah, very well-rounded stats again. Nothing spectacular, just a really well-rounded midfielder. And he's another one that I kind of like a bit too quick on. I wish I hadn't, and I will get to why as well. So Barnes we've already looked at. Jake Frailing up next, so another centre midfielder. Now this is more like the player that I kind of wanted. First touch is brilliant, technique is brilliant, passing is very good for this league. Determination and decisions are brilliant, and his physicals are outrageous. Other than jumping reach, which not desperate for a centre mid. His natural fitness, pace, stamina, agility, and acceleration are fantastic. And so he is a very good player for us. You'll see why as well. I've got so many midfielders and so many centre-backs as well, because we have changed tactics and formation too. I don't know if it's going to work. I watched Lewis play Football Manager, and he always uses this formation, so I'm hoping it's going to work for us. We then get Kasim Aidu. He's our left-back. Again, brilliant physicals, great tackling, good mentals in good areas. His crossing is terrible. His dribbling is terrible. So we are banking on the fact that he's just going to create a lot of chances rather than being a brilliant player. And then Afete, who's one of the star players in the team right now. He scored one in the first game. Again, can play across the back line, only on £300 per week. Insane physical stats for this division. Brilliant mental stats for this division. 11 tackling, 10 marking, 10 heading. This guy is like phenomenal. He is phenomenal. So he's in the team. He's brilliant. We then got David Barker, another midfielder, very well rounded again. Good physicals, on a non-contract for him as well. Only 18 years old, lots of potential, and he's more here as a backup player, not as a starter there. And he can even play a few other positions for us as well. We then got John Scullion, another brilliant midfielder, on a non-contract. Like, what? What do you mean? You're probably thinking to yourself, why do you even have John Scullion? Well, he's actually a better centre midfielder. I don't have him to play striker. He will be a good centre midfielder. His jumping reach and natural fitness isn't very good, but his passing is very nice. His technique is very nice. So in that centre midfield role, and as a good free kick taker, he's actually got really good stats for it. So he was more signed as well. I was hoping that I could use him with that 17 determination to coach Tyrell Whitaker and bring his stats up. I don't know how that functionality works. It doesn't let me do it. I don't know if he's old enough, I guess. I thought he would have been at 27. But yeah, his mental stats are brilliant. Even though he's like one of the worst players on the team, he is on a non-contract, which is absolutely fine. But he has got really good stats. Next up, we've got Jaden Harris, and arguably one of the better players in the team again. Brilliant physicals, brilliant technicals for this division, and very good mentals as well. His finishing is 13 too, so from outside the box, he's going to be great. He's one of the best players in the club. He's on £650 a week, not too bad at all. And then last but not least is Jordan Zamora, so a left wing back, fantastic physicals, and then very good stats for the left wing back role. Like he is brilliant. And in general, our team is just absolutely fantastic. We've got a few players that we don't really use anymore. Booty is not in the team. Hanks is a tricky one, right? Hanks got so many assists for us because his free kicks and his corners are so good. I don't really have a player that has good free kicks and good corners now. Like we're using a few less players, and we also got Kean Levy in on loan from Reading, and again very good stats from him. So he was. We already look at him. I think we already looked at him anyway. But we're also trying to get a couple more loans in as well. So Scullion is just down there. Tommy Say I was resigned to losing him. I guess he rejected the contract. Jara doesn't get into the team anymore. This guy, I'm tempted to sign him, but I'm now over wage budget again already. So as much as a great right wing back he would be, I don't want the board to be like, we hate you because of the wage budget. Also, you're struggling in the league. You're fired. Aidu is a sub left back at the moment. Aguis is the goalkeeper that we don't really need, but he'll be our backup goalkeeper. Hanks, he's still good. He's still got it. He's still, I don't know why I haven't really played him much, but he's still got the chance. Booty as well, still got a good chance to be in a team. Parker still got a good chance to be in a team. And then we've got this youth player that we signed last season, or like, where did we get him from? Yeah, like Fulham last season. I still feel like he's got really good potential. 18 determination, good physicals, and then good crossing, good dribbling, good first touch. So as a backup player for the next few seasons, he's going to be good. And then Kieran Evans, much the same, like really nice stats. Not the greatest physicals, does need a bit of work, but can play anywhere across the front line, which is really, really nice. And then after that, that's how the team lines up. So in terms of the tactics, what we've done, guys, we're now playing a 5-2-3. So we've got 3 centre-backs, 2 centre-mids, Zamora and Burton on the wing-back spots. So you see Burton's got great stats for wing-back. Zamora's got insane stats for wing-back. We've got Pollock at right wing, still killing it, kicking on, doing good. Asante at left wing. Not the most ideal player. I do like Asante's physicals. I feel like he might be better as a super sub. And then Whitaker up front, still doing absolute bits. So that's where we're at, guys. I'm going to go and play through the season a little bit more. So the reason why I kind of made a mistake with some of those players is because I didn't know you could do this until now, pretty much. But you can go to like the Premier League, right? And you could just go and pick a club. Who haven't I picked so far? Let's go and pick... Who didn't I take? Let's go and take, like, I don't know, Newcastle, right? Then you can go to their history or their transfers. You can go to their transfer history. You go to their released players. And then you could just offer trials to all of them. And so after I'd already kind of used my scouts and used my scouting network and stuff to go and find some players, I offered those guys contracts and brought those in. Then I figured out you could do that. And I ended up getting 2 or 3 absolute superstars in. And I thought, man, I should have just done that from the start. I probably would have been able to put together a much better team. At least we know now for next season that we'll be able to find better players from there. And most of them don't really like do anything. I kind of want this player, you know. Let's see if he wants to sign. So finalize the promise, negotiate the contract. So it doesn't want much. And what I've been doing as well, I have given no one a signing on fee, and I've been removing every bonus for avoid relegation, and then just trying to bring the contract down as well. And sometimes I stick to my guns, and sometimes I don't. So it doesn't look like he'll budge, but I just don't want these in. So another £425 a week. We are a little bit over wage budget already. But 138 season tickets, GG's. Yeah, we're a little bit over wage budget already, but I'm going to have to try and figure that one out as the season goes to try and keep the board pleased. But in the meantime, we're going to go and play through like 10 or 15 games, and we'll be back for the recap. All right, guys, welcome back. We are no longer on stream. This is just for video now. And we have got through a fair old chunk of the season, and it's going remarkably well. Much better than I ever could have thought. So I just want to show you where we are in the table. We're currently 3rd after 12 games. 7 wins, 4 draws, and just the 1 defeat, which I'm very happy with. I'm not very happy with the draws. You can see there the 4 draws. Maidenhead, Macclesfield, Northampton, and Barrow. 3 away draws, which is quite nice. But other than Northampton, Maidenhead, Macclesfield, and Barrow are 20th, 21st, and 23rd. That's really poor form. You know, that is 3 games. I should at least be beating 1 or 2 of those teams. And there was a period of time where just for 1 game and 1 game only, we were top of the league. We were first for a brief period. But in terms of the table, guys, I couldn't be happier. You know, 12 games in, 7 wins, fantastic. 25 points on the board. We're doing good. We're scraping wins. I changed back away from that 5-3-2 or 5-2-3. Back into the 4-3-3. I've got a team I'm quite happy with. We are experiencing a few more injuries this season, but, you know, fortunately enough, we've got one man that just carries us so hard. 10 goals in 12 games for Tyrell Whitaker. Absolutely phenomenal. We're currently in the midst of a takeover. It's been about 6 weeks now that I can't, well, maybe 4 weeks, that I can't do anything because we're in the midst of a takeover. We'll literally get one day takeover almost completed, then the next day takeover on the rocks, takeover almost completed, takeover on the rocks, back and forth and back and forth. And obviously that's not what you want. But here are the results. So let's have a look at the oh, you can do custom here. Wow, that's interesting. Filter, can I add something? No, okay. So yeah, there you go. So we beat Filed. We then lost to Swindon, which was to be expected. We then drew with Barrow, which was a bad result. We drew with Northampton, which was a great result. Did they go down to 10 men in that game? Yeah, so they got Good sent off in the 50th minute. We then beat Chesterfield 3-2, 2 goals from Whitaker, 1 from Levy. We then beat Hereford 2-1, 2 more goals from Tyrell Whitaker. We beat Wrexham 3-2, late goal from Enoch Asante, and a banging goal as well. Really, really good finish that was from Asante. We then beat Hartlepool 3-1, which is really, really nice. Again, 2 more goals from Whitaker. We then beat Dulwich 3-2, and we dominated that game as well. And the fact that they almost pulled it back with 2 late goals was really, really sad. But Tyrell Whitaker with 2 more goals. We then drew 0-0 with Macclesfield and 1-1 with Maidenhead, which are two games we should have won. There's just no two ways about it. We should have won them. And then we beat Aldershot 2-1 with Will Wright and Ewan Pollock scoring the goals. And again, a late goal to win the game. And I think a couple of these, look at that, Will Wright 90+4 to draw with Maidenhead. And we smashed Maidenhead. We absolutely slaughtered them. So we are winning games narrowly, but we are scoring goals. In terms of the tactics, as I say, we switched back to the... I moved the CDM up to Cam because Whitaker just wasn't getting quite the support. He wasn't getting the goals. So yeah, that's where we're at basically. So Harris has been really good at Cam. In terms of the squad, really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I do need to improve the wingers. Pollock is good. Asante is good. I don't know why he's still listed. I don't want him to be... I don't want him to be listed. I still need to get some loans in. I'm trying to get some loans in. We've got a lot of players that are a bit of a waste. This, that we brought in, that we picked up. Kind of wish I didn't bring them in, but such is life. And then we've got Halifax next, and Halifax are a big, big game. And there you go again. Team Sweat takeover on the rocks. Okay. And then they accepted the loan offer from Will Rickard. And I would love him in my club because he has got 14 pace, fitness, jumping reach, 15 agility, 15 acceleration, 13 agility. He's got 12 passing, 12 first touch, and 13 crossing. He will be, without any consideration, the best winger we have in the club. So his cons are tendency not to get stuck in rough challenges. I'm okay with that. Needs to work on being more consistent, very one-footed, fairly selfish, has competitive streak, requires him to bend the rules. He finds it difficult to fit in with a core social group. Seems like he has no loan interest, but hopefully he'll come anyway because I need him. And other than loans, I am transfer embargoed, so I can't sign anyone, I can't sell anyone, I can't do anything. And it's been, as I say, some weeks since the takeover has started, to the point where it's getting a bit frustrating now. It's one of those things where, look, I know I'm over budget in terms of wage budget. Fortunately, the board are delighted. The only requirement for us this season in the league is to not get relegated, and in that regard, we're in a great spot. So we get Will Wright in the team of the week. Hanks rejects Kingstonian. So Joel Hanks, people are putting offers in for. I'm glad he didn't leave because he is a good player. He's 27 years old, but he is a good player. I've just got too many players, just too much squad depth. I can't keep on top of it. I obviously just want to play the best players every game, and so far that's been working. Halifax just got pounded by Barnet as well. Barnet now up to 4th. Halifax down in 6th. We've got them next, and that is good news. I like this. I didn't know that. Look at our wins: 2-1, 3-2, 3-1, 3-2, 2-1, 3-2, 2-1. So 3 2-1s, 3 3-2s, and 1 3-1. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Now we're at home to Halifax. They just got slaughtered. They've had less rest than us. For me, guys, this has got to be a win, and this will be again the. Maybe we'll play 2 games. Maybe we'll play Bromley as well because it's really, really close. Yeah, we want to just get through as many games as possible, as I said. So scout meeting, Jake Hackett, not a bad player, just not really what I want. Oh wow, Team Sweat takeover could be close. I told you guys, man. It just happens constantly. It happens all the time. We're favourites to beat Halifax. We're at home. Let's hope. I've been really meticulously managing each game as well. Team Sweat offer you a new contract. That's what we like to see. So let's start these negotiations. Let me ask for a 3-year contract. Let me just suggest that. They only want 2 years. Hey, 2 years better than what we're on now, I suppose. I don't mind that. They want me to play a certain way as well, which is weird. Maybe I should have stuck to my guns for 3 years. And there you go. We've now got a new 2-year deal. Relegation wage drop. Promotion wage rise. Percentage of club compensation is 70%. I'm delighted. Can you keep the good times rolling here? I sure can. I will try my best. I will absolutely try my best. And let's praise Barton, not Burton. It is Barton. We've got Barton and Burton. We've got Dagenham and Redbridge at home, Bromley away, and Halifax at home. Right, players available for under 23s. I've got it until match fit for 90 minutes for these guys. I think that works, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I want fit 90 minutes. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. Fit 90 minutes. Yeah, perfect. So all of these players, look how many players just all available for the under 23s. I don't know how many, well, a lot of them are under 23, so a lot of them are absolutely fine. Whitaker has got Young Player of the Month. Very nice indeed. That's his second Young Player of the Month in a row, which is great. And then I got third in terms of Manager of the Month. Not bad, only 20 points behind all the shots first. He won 4 out of his 5. I only won 3 out of my 5. He got a 1-0, a 1-0, a 2-1, a 4-1, 4-2, and then he lost to me. Unlucky, pal. Unlucky. That's what you get. I should have got Manager of the Month. How can I beat the Manager of the Month and not be the Manager of the Month? That seems unreasonable. But here we go against Halifax. This is a tough game. The boys are playing good. The board are delighted with me, as they should be. As they should be. Three wins out of our last 5 with 2 draws. How's the fitness? So Will Wright's still not completely together. Let's put Darren Roy back in the team. There you go. I'm content with that. Our centre backs perform well together. Our striker and Cam perform well together. It is a beautiful thing, and let's give them a passionate. We've been on a good run. Impress me. I feel like these are a bit robotic. The team talks. You know, there's certain things you can just do to get green. That's pretty boring. It would be a lot better if there was a lot more diversity within what you shout versus what you get back, so that it is, you know, literally on a game-to-game and player-to-player basis. Pollock injured again. Is he going to recover? He's okay. He might last till half-time. He's picking up some stamina here. He's picking up some fitness levels. Let's give them a get creative. But obviously you don't want your winger to be injured. Here we go. We've got our first attack. Barton throws it in. Roy, it's over the bar. It looked easier to score than this, and we're creating a lot of chances. It's just whether or not my main man Whitaker is going to take those chances or not. Here's McMenamin. Throws the ball in. I thought it was Pollock. It's going to fall back to McMenamin. Levy, McMenamin. Don't lose it here. Don't lose it here. Don't lose it here. Don't get sent off either, please. Kellerman. Out to Zamora. Zamora finds Asante. Asante finds the ball in. Is this going to be their attack, or are we going to pick the loose ball back up? How can we be so, like, attack heavy and then still get countered? Good tackle, Kellerman. Kellerman's a beast. I love him. Ball goes up. Harris picks it up in that cam roll. That's exactly why we've got him there. Asante down the left-hand side. He's got Zamora out wide. Zamora picks the loose ball up. Zamora puts it in. It's the top of the box. It's Kellerman. It's Barton. Burton or Barton. He's put it over the Barton. That is not what we want to see. 10 shots. 2 on target. No goals. That is not what we're not. Do I not have? I didn't put a winger on the bench. I'm going to put Burton up there. You guys may think I'm crazy, but Burton and Barton together are a winning formula. Here's McMenamin. Plays it down the right-hand side. Ball drops to Kellerman. Into a Barton and Burton and Burton and Barton, and they both have the ball. And Barton puts it in. And Asante! Asante is there at the back post with the header. And it doesn't matter how bad your stats are. If you've got great physicals, you will eventually bag a goal. And here we go again. Burton with the throw. Throws it deep. Kellerman. Back to Burton. Burton. Burton! What a terrible shot. What a terrible, terrible shot. We are controlling the game against Halifax. They're such a good team as well. It's nice. It's nice to control this game. We have Kieran Evans. Could have brought him on the whole time. Let's take Harris off for Evans. And then what I've been doing, as I say, I've been managing the games meticulously, which is how I've been like snagging these very close 1-goal wins. And what I've been doing is like, now we'll go cautious. Let's wait until, okay, there you go. And then team instructions, time wasting sometimes, lower the tempo a little bit in the 78th minute, make another sub here. Frailing for, let's bring off Levy. He's good, but Kellerman's playing very, very good. His Burn with the goal kick, intercepted. Here is Kellerman. Goes out wide to Asante. Asante to Zamora. Zamora is brilliant. He's got men in the box. Whitaker's there. Whitaker hasn't scored in like 4 games. Finds Burton. Oh, Burton over the bar. Yeah, Whitaker's really not having a good time of scoring goals right now. He had 10 goals in 9 league appearances, and now it's going to be 10 goals in 13 league appearances. So I do believe it's going to be 4 games without a goal for Whitaker. He did get a slight knock in one of the games, which was why he didn't score in that game. And then the next game I played him when he wasn't necessarily fit to play, which was probably my bad. But I still expect goals from him. And the ball's in. And here is Tyrell Whitaker. He's offside. What a finish that was. What a finish that was. But it just doesn't count. And then we go defensive. And then we go more, less, and shorter again. We just burn this clock down. We just burn this clock down. There you go, 4 minutes of injury time, 2 minutes of injury time. There is one more highlight, 1 minute of injury time to go. The goal kick, it's Burton into Barton. Kellerman, back to Burton. He finds Evans. Evans back out wide to Barton. Barton drives. Barton, Whitaker. Oh, how's he not scored? How has he not scored that? I can't believe it. Yeah, you take your time, Evans. Take your time. That's it. Wind that clock down. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I love this time wasting. I'm a big fan of that. And that is full time. And hey, we should have scored more. We should have done better. Asante with the goal gets us that dub. And that is fantastic stuff, guys. Another very nice win. Sadly, Whitaker is really falling off the mark. He really is. But that leaves us, guys, 2nd place. 5 points clear of Chesterfield in 8th place. In terms of staying away from relegation, we're in a brilliant spot. What was how do you look at like last year's table stages? Last season, 52 points was required, or 53 points was required to stay out of relegation places, and we're currently on 28. So we are. I know I shouldn't really be looking at relegation, but just in the sense of what I want to do with the club this season, because people keep asking, what's the plan? What's the plan for this season? The plan initially was to finish in this kind of like 10th to 16th kind of area, consolidate, rebuild, and then go for playoff push. If we get the playoff and the promotion, brilliant. If not, a 3rd season where we then consolidate, rebuild, and then go for that title. The fact that after 13 games, we are already 2nd with only 1 loss. Not like, you know, it's not even like we're 8-0-5 or anything like that. We have got 1 loss, right? Which is sensational. We have played some of the top teams already in the league, and we are doing brilliantly. Pollock, 9 to 12 days. That's too bad. Barton played well. That's pretty good. I want to give a bit of rest. Let's bring Evans on. Let's bring O'Neill onto the bench. It's just such a shame. There's a lot of good players down here. Like this David Barker guy, we signed him. He's just not playing. And he will play when there's some room for him to play. Tyrell Whitaker, as I said, guys, look at his form recently. 4 games now without a goal. That's really unlike him. Got injured against Maidenhead. You would expect him to score against Maidenhead and Macclesfield as well. And he didn't. And one game here or there without a goal was fine. He's gone a few games before without goals. But I just expect a bit better than him. But what I want to do again is I just want to give a little bit of rest to these guys for 1 game, or just for 1 day. So we'll go play Bromley. We're away from home. Our away record, I don't know if you can actually see it in the table, if you can see away record. Is there a way to see away only? Stages. Oh, there you go. Overall, away record. Look at that. 2 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss. Our home record is what's carrying us. 6 wins, 1 draw at home. Absolutely untouchable. only 6 goals conceded. And then away from home, what have we got? 8 goals scored, 7 goals conceded. It's just not very good. Let's go back to the stages. What's this? First half of the stage. Oh, it's like first half of the season, second half of the season. Last 5 games. We're only 5th in the last 5 games. Media prediction. We was predicted to finish 14th. And we are up there in 2nd place. So that is very, very nice. Very, very nice. So we're doing good. We're doing a lot better than the media predicted. Let's get to Bromley. We'll play one more game for today's video. It's going to be quite a long video today. Obviously, the start of the season recap of all the transfers and stuff. And again, you know, learn a good lesson from this off-season. And also, I can feel myself doing something that I don't particularly want to do too much is I'm giving a lot of players 2- and 3-year contracts. I don't want to do that because I do want to consolidate and rebuild. Players that aren't quite clearly well above my kind of my stature in the club right now, we need to get to 2- or 3-year deals. But players that are just like good enough, I don't want to keep tying down to 2-year deals. So as a prime example of that, someone like Harris, for example, he's brilliant. I would happily take him into League 2. I want him for a 2- or 3-year contract. Someone like, for example, O'Neill, he's not very good. He's got some good key stats, but generally speaking, he's not great. I only want him on a 1-year deal. I could replace him like that, no problem at all. We'd find a replacement for him in a heartbeat. But here we are, guys. 5 points clear. We're only 1 point behind Dagenham and Redbridge. And I genuinely believe we've dropped 6 points this season. We've got 3 draws against 3 of the lowest teams. It's positive. I did say, half jokingly and half not, that I believe we could get back-to-back promotions with how much we dominated last season. With the fact that we got some fitness back on these players. No. Oh, did McMenamin play in the under-20? No. Yeah, with how much we dominated last season, with the fact that we got wins against several Vanarama National League teams constantly. Oh, we've got Dagenham and Redbridge who are first on the next game. That is going to be a big game. That is going to be a big game. Bromley faced tough, difficult challenge. We're into the 4th qualifying round already as well. That's really nice that we just get to get a bye there. And we've got Harrow from the Vanarama National South. And they are 23rd. So that should be a very comfortable victory. Although you never know, you know, you just never know. But yeah, I was half joking and half serious about getting back-to-back promotions. I don't know now if I'm getting carried away by just a good start to the season and it will slowly taper off as injuries and fitness problems and such come in, or if, you know, we're going to keep this good run of form going, we're going to keep picking up the wins where we can and end up finishing first. So Bromley here, guys, they're inconsistent. Now Zamora and Asante have got good links together. Levy and Kellerman have got good links together. Once Barton and Evans get that good link together, our team is going to be truly, truly in sync. They're not quite green bars. No, they're not quite green bars. But it does all right, doesn't it? It does all right. Let's get into this game, guys. As I say, last game of the episode. It's going to be a really, really long episode today. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's give them a passionate. I expect you to go and win. And again, like this is a bit like robotic. And it's the same with these shouts. You know, if you're losing, you demand more. If you're drawing or winning, you show some passion or, you know, like you get creative or whatever it may be. If you're winning by 2, you give the old praise you kind of thing. It is a bit weird. Right, their striker's been injured. That's good news. Asante is frustrated, now motivated. Always nice. We haven't created too many chances. In fact, there's only been 1 shot the whole game so far, 30 minutes in. Asante booked now as well. We want it. He's telling them to show some passion. I'll tell my boys to show some passion. You guys show some passion too. If they're showing passion, we're showing passion. Here we. Oh, this is Bromley's corner. Good clearance out. Hamilton, go on, close him down. Close him down. Don't let me get that cross in. Close him down, then counter. You've got the cross in, and it's an injured House that puts it over the bar. And we are getting a little bit dominated here with possession. A bit of a boring half. Not really much going on. Not happy with the performance. Let's get into the second half and see if we can create something. Now I want to be like now I do want to get creative. I want you guys to go and show me something. our conditioning levels, again, are better than our opponents. And here we go. Evans with the free kick. Whips that one in. There's Wright. Penref! Come on! It is a pen. Who's going to be taking this for us? It's Evans. The free kick taker. He steps up to the spot. Can he score it? Bangs it. It's a goal. Let's go. Good goal as well. Good finish. Kieran Evans with his second goal of the season. The ex-Spurs boy? And that is a good goal to score. Let's show some passion. Here we go. Sang with the ball deep in the corner. We almost threw that away. We've got a lot of good pressure on if we win this ball. Yes, and then we've got a good turnaround. Harris plays it out wide. I don't know who he saw out there. Big crowd at the stadium for Bromley here. And here is Teddy. Teddy. He's played it backwards. Oof. Asante intercepts again. This is not good football from either team here. Both teams are just giving the ball away needlessly, time and time again, and again, and again. This is absolutely horrific football. Oh my God! And again, my boys just need to settle down. He's had a pop from there. I don't mind that. It's just not good football, is it? I want to bring on Brad Burton again, but I want to put him on that right hand side. I do kind of want to bring on Adu, but he's a bit injured. Let's bring off Levy for Will Wright. Will Wright's been good for us when we brought him on as well so far. The boys are happy. We're 1-0 up. And now it's time to go cautious. Time to make another sub. Let's get Frailing on into the midfield. Let's bring Harris off. Frailing's good for that section there. Put time wasting up just a little bit. And then let's bring the tempo and such down. Let's give them a show some passion. Here we go. Rye with the ball. We're top of the table. We're top of the table. Rye with the ball. Taking his time. Plays it through to Whitaker. Whitaker knocks it down. Frailing! Oh, what a goal! Frailing with a peach from range. That is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular from the man. Let's give them I can't praise them now. With 3 minutes to go, we're going to take a 2-0 win away to Bromley. Whitaker now 5 games without a goal. That is not good news. But the rest of the team are picking up when Whitaker is not delivering. And after 14 games, guys, we're about a third of the way through the season. We are top of the table with 31 points. We have only lost 1 game from 14. We've got Dagenham and Redbridge next. And why that is a big game is because if we can beat Dagenham and Redbridge, we will open up a minimum 4-point gap between first and second, potentially a 5-point gap between first and second. And what's really impressive with us right now is we are 8 points clear of Barnet in 7th place. That is brilliant. I am so happy with how this team is playing. We're top of the league. We are top of the league. Superb in front of goal. Lovely stuff. And that is 12 unbeaten. Bromley, Halifax, Aldershot, Maidenhead, Macclesfield, Dulwich, Hartlepool, Wrexham, Hereford, Chesterfield, Northampton and Barrow. And that is the way we're going to end it for today, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate and comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.